In news that came as a big surprise to many Chinese Weibo users, many Pennsylvania colleges are opting to fight fire with fire, or rather fight guns with guns, by allowing students to carry guns to school. Now, according to the Weibo post that cites CBS News, at least 5 Pennsylvania state-owned universities are now allowing guns on campuses after the state's lawyers concluded that an outright ban on weapons was likely unconstitutional. Now, keep in mind that a couple of days ago, Weibo users were hit with news that another mass shooting took place at a Mother's Day parade in the United States. So this story was a little hard to swallow. Now, for those of you who have been watching our program will know that for the most part, Chinese Weibo users are anti-firearms. And so many of them also saw this story as another tragic accident waiting to happen. Let's take a look at some of their opinions.
I think this decision is a little too hasty. People in America are too fearful, so they make bad decisions. If you are afraid of people shooting up a school, the last thing you do is allow everyone to carry guns to school. Terrorists are not afraid of death. Having other people walk around carrying guns as well will not be a deterrent against a terrorist. The right thing to do would be to ban guns on campus, but have enough law-wielding law enforcement officers to take down a terrorist if the need arises. A college full of students who carry guns? I feel fearful for the teachers. I would feel unsafe going to this school if I didn't wear a bulletproof vest. This would only result in more deaths and injuries. We all know how brash college students are. Before, if 2 students wanted to fight, they would end up with bruises and maybe a broken bone. Now they will just pull out their guns and empty their clips, probably injure others around them as well. This is proof of the power of American gun culture. Shooting and hunting are so important to them as recreational and social activities that they see nothing wrong with carrying guns wherever they go.
Firearm ownership in mainland China is heavily regulated, and generally private citizens are not allowed to possess guns. Now, civilian ownership of guns is largely restricted to authorized non-individual entities, such as sports organizations. Now, the chief exception to the general ban for individual gun ownership is for the purpose of hunting. People with hunting permits can apply to purchase and hold firearms, and illegal possession or sale of firearms may result in a minimum punishment of 3 years, with the maximum being the death penalty. Now, there are certain ethnic minorities who are given special gun allowances. Now, these minorities are allowed to carry guns in their special administrative regions, but their weapons, while functional, largely serve as ceremonial decoration. So for the most part, China is a society with very few guns, and most people would like to see it stay that way as well. Now let's take a look at a few more Weibo comments.
Forget it. I was going to study in the US, but now it seems it might be a death sentence. I would think that after being allowed to carry guns on campus, there will be fewer rape cases involving female students because they are no longer a vulnerable group. I do not know why this provision has been introduced in schools. If you want to reduce shooting incidents, then you should take out guns from schools. Does the government believe that arming their population is an effective measure against terrorism? I think the American government is turning their colleges into a training base for future soldiers. Now they can attain real combat experience while they study science and the arts. Americans are so innovative.
The American tug-of-war for control and the freedom to bear arms continue. And you can be sure that Chinese microblogs living half a world away will be eager to throw in their 2 cents on how America should tackle its domestic problems.